Hi, how you doing? This is Dr. Eurydice Moore coming in. I hope you had a great Sunday. I am here to tell you about approaching deadline for two grants that I have and my daughter Rita McClendon have serviced people to acquire. The first grant that I want to mention to you is the Comcast grant, which is due January 22nd, 2022. This is the grant that my business got, Comcast Rise. And I did a video the day that we received our award. It was a marketing grant, technology grant, and we received two laptops and a tablet. So that grant is coming around again next month, but it is the marketing. So all you have to do is go to Comcast Rise and hear about it. But I am Dr. Eurydice Moore, your 501c3 specialist and grant writer. Before we get more into the Comcast grant, and below you will see my screen that has my name, my telephone number, website, uh, my YouTube information. So if you need to get in contact with me, you can reach me. That's my contact information. If you are enjoying this, please subscribe, keep us alive, so we can keep video coming with relevant, up to date nonprofit information. Um, I just came to remind you that two grants are due. We are approaching it. Uh, my company is called Eurydice. We have been in existence since 2016, but I've been in business since 2004. In 2022, we will be celebrating 18 years of existence. It is miraculous. It is a miracle if you can keep your doors open past the 5 year mark. Most startup businesses fold in 5 years. So I am grateful, I am thankful that we are still here and the doors are still open. We've been in existence since December 2004. I've been in business. Okay. I have two business. One is a 501c3 business where I help nonprofits set up their 501c3, get incorporated on the state level, and then help them to acquire their Internal Revenue Service 501c3. I do bylaws, name check, you name it, we do it. There's no service too small, no job too great that we are here. Eurydice is a certified MBE, WBE business, a certified consulting firm. We are recognized by the city, state, county, and the federal government. And we are certified on the city, state, county, and the federal level. So we are certified to provide services to assist people in grant writing and contracting, which will soon be coming up. We are also certified to receive grants and to receive contracts. So I'm very happy about it. So back to what I was mentioning to you, that the Comcast grant will, the deadline will be coming soon, January 22nd, 2022. You want to apply for the grant. This Google Comcast Rise. This grant has two types. There is the $10,000 award, cash, monetary grant. Then there's the marketing technology grant. I have applied for this grant last year in 2020 and I was denied. Then I applied for the grant in the beginning of 2021, around February, and was denied. Then it came across my desk again, and I was like, I don't think so. But I went on and applied back in September and was awarded. Uh, this was the marketing grant. Under the marketing grant, you can get equipment for your organization. You can get uh, laptop, tablets, and then also under the marketing technology grant, uh, they can help you with your cyber security for your website design, upgrading your technology. They also do free commercials. Uh, what they do is you fill out the grant. Of course, you make your request. They ask you a few questions, and then they make an assessment, and then they decide what would be best for your business. And then you are notified, if you get an award. So the Comcast grant rise is a quarterly grant. Okay, it's offered every quarter. You don't know if it's going to be the monetary or the market technology until they put it up. But whatever be the case, don't be discouraged. This one will be marketing and technology. When I applied back in September, it was marketing technology. I don't know when the monetary grant will roll around again. I just don't know. But it's okay to go along with the marketing grant. The goal is to get funded, and you get a big name behind you. You can develop what is called a funding history, where you take a sheet of paper, you write down every funder that has funded you. You write down what the funding was for, whether it was monetary or if it was monetary, you write down the dollar amount. Okay, you write what it was for. Was it operational costs? Was it general operation support? Was it for program? Was it for marketing? Was it for technology? Was it for professional services? You write down the category of the grant, what the grant award was supposed to be used for. Okay. So you want to develop a funding history. You don't want to, well, it's a marketing grant, it's not giving me no cash. I'm working with someone now who mine is just on salaries. Okay, well, if you're a nonprofit, salary cannot be your main focus. Nonprofit is designed, is set up to serve the people. And guess what? That nonprofit do not belong to you. It belongs to the state for which the nonprofit, the people of the state, that's who the nonprofit belong to. And guess what? If your nonprofit ever falls, shut down, you can't take anything home with you. It has to go to a similar nonprofit that has a similar mission. You have to get them the money in your bank account. Yes, ma'am. You have to get them the money in the checking account. You have to give them the equipment, the office supply, if your nonprofit goes downhill. So, rude awakening. The nonprofit is not yours. I'll wait a minute for that to soak in. One more time. Rude awakening. The nonprofit is not yours. It belongs to the people for which the state it resides in. I am located in the state of Illinois. Therefore, people that have non for profit Those nonprofits belong to the people of the state of Illinois. They do not belong to you. Hello. But we don't like to read. We don't like to look stuff up. We don't like to take classes. Not everybody, but too many. See, if we read, look stuff up, take classes, seek counsel, we would know these things. So we can't walk around talking about my nonprofit, my nonprofit. We can't do that. It belongs to the state. It belongs to the people. So back to the grant. So let's say that marketing grant is coming up. You'd be like, well, I don't want the marketing grant. I want that $10,000. People don't be like that. Your goal should be getting funded, whether it's monetary or in kind. Somebody might want to know, well, what is in kind? What do in kind mean? In kind mean is non-monetary, non-cash. It's an item, a product, or a service that's given to the nonprofit in place of cash. Laptops, computers, a desktop, laptop, tablets, so on and so forth. Those are really considered in kind. They are not monetary. So you do not want to pay. Right now, I'm working with someone. All the man is just salary, salary, salary. But the funders want to know program, 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 services, services, services. They want to know, what are you doing for the community? It's okay to have a salary, but you can't be having these balloon salary, paying yourself $500,000, 400,000, 300,000. You headed towards an audit with the IRS. So those are commercial breaks that I just gave. Back to the Comcast Rise grant, which is due next month. It's open. You can apply. You can Google it. Comcast Rise, RISE at the end of Comcast. Okay. We are familiar with the cable company. This is the cable company developed this session where they wanted to give back to business owners. This grant is only for business owners. If you are a sole proprietor, if you're a LLC, if you're a S corp, C corp, partnership, general partnership, solopreneur, small business person, you can apply for this grant. The grant starts off asking for your general information, your information, excuse me. Then it asks for your organization information. Now, before you apply for this grant or any grant, what I've been coming across a lot of, you must have a website. I've been having people that want grants, but they don't have no website. Well, you can forget it. Because when you're doing an online application, if you don't put a website in, guess what? It won't let you go to the next page. You must have a website. You must, if you're a business, have a business structure and documentation credential backing up your business structure. If you say you're a sole proprietor, you should have your DBA. If you say you're a business, you should have a business license. You must have a bank account. And many of these funders want tax returns. So before you can even think of a grant, you need to be assessed. If you want to contact me, my information is scrolling across the screen. You can contact me and I can do an assessment, a 15-minute free assessment. I can tell you what you need. And then you can get back to me and then we can work on a grant. Okay. Now, some of you got time because this grant is due next month towards the end of the month. So you got time to put some things in place. Another thing, you must have a social media presence. On these grant applications, they want to know if you have a Facebook business page. They want to know if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Instagram. Uh, a couple of years ago, they just want to know if you had a Facebook page. Now they asking for those four social media platforms. So you need to have that. Now, once you get through all of that, then they ask you a few questions. They want to know if COVID affected you, if so, in what way. They menu. You just click on the menu, select your answer. Uh, then they ask you, what are you applying for? Of course, in this case, it's marketing technology. So you would select whether you want equipment or you want technology upgrade, or you're interested in a commercial, or you're interested in help in cybersecurity. They even have a thing for voice recognition. So it's so much to choose for. I don't want you to turn your nose up at it. Please don't turn your nose up. You get this grant, you can put them down as a funder, and guess what? They are a major funder. It look good because guess what? On those online grant applications, many of them ask, have you ever received funding from another source? If so, list your source. And many times funders, if they see you've been funded by others, they will fund you too. Because it's just like when you're going for a job. Okay, you fill out an application. They want to know if you got any experience, work experience in that industry. You go on an interview, they want to know, have anybody hire you. Same thing with the granters. They want to know, have anybody fund you. And I tell you, if you could put a couple of funders down, it makes things easier. Now, grants are competitive. The sooner you get it in, and you want to make sure you complete the application, the better. So that's the Comcast Rise grant. If you have any information, you need assistance and me helping you, here's my information scrolling across. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the like button, hit the bell notification, subscribe, keep us alive. Also, another thing I want to mention, the Walmart grant. Many of you have probably noticed by now that a number of people have been congratulated for receiving a Walmart grant. This is the end of the year. The end of the year is the best time nonprofit to seek out donations because these corporations have promised the Internal Revenue Service that they are going to give back to the community. But in order to give back to the community, they do it through nonprofits. They do not give to individuals. So if you want to get in this type of work, you need to form a nonprofit. I have experience in forming nonprofits. So you can contact me and I can help you set up the nonprofit. Then you will be eligible to receive grants through the organization to help people in your community. Now back to the Walmart grant. Walmart, several people in 2020 have received Walmart grant through Eurydice. The grant writer, Rita McClendon, was very instrumental. Out of 7 organizations, 6 got funded the Walmart grant. And then this year, so far, we have had 4 organizations to get funded the Walmart grant. And then we got several applications submitted. You have to register and you got to qualify to register. Walmart require you to register. This is something new that they started January of this year, where before you could go online and just fill out an application. They stopped that because they detected fraud. People were saying they was the CEO, they was the executive director of a nonprofit, and they wasn't even associated with them. So they are doing verification. So you have to register, and then there are certain documents that you have to submit. If you want to know what those documents are, you can contact me. There's certain documents you have to submit along with the registration. And then you have a period where they have to verify. And then once they verify thing, then they release the application, and then you can complete the application. And so I'm very blessed and happy to announce that several organization was approved for funding from Walmart. Walmart, the maximum amount that you can get from Walmart is 5,000, but it's worth it. Keep in mind, I don't care if it's $100. I don't care if a funder give you $100. They are a funder, and you can put them in your funding history, and you can use their name when you applying for future grants, and that makes your application look good, and it make it easier to get funded because they see that somebody trusted you, somebody gave you a chance, and then they like, oh, okay, so and so fund them, so let me help. So anyway, I am Dr. Eurydice Moore. I came on to sound the alert. This is a grant alert to let you know that two grants, we are approaching their deadline. One is Comcast, and then the other one is the Walmart grant. Walmart grant is due December 31st. The application needs to be submitted before or on December 31st. After December 31st, Walmart will close down for a whole month. Then they'll reopen February 2022, and they will start back accepting grants. So during that time that they close, they use that time to deal with the end of the year grants and award checks to nonprofit. They mail out checks, okay, and then you got funders that will deposit check, wire checks to your bank. So that's Walmart. Walmart is due once again December 31st. Uh, Comcast Rise due January 22nd. Okay, this is all I have for you people. As you were, thank you for listening. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule and zooming in to listen about those two grant deadlines that is approaching. If you need my help, my information is scrolling across the screen. And if you want to start a nonprofit, get in contact with me. I'm a 501c3 specialist. If you have your 501c3, but you want to apply for grants, I take care of you too. So signing off, Dr. Eurydice Moore, Anna Baby, Annie Girl. God bless and take care.